guys, Colonel Ninny here.
This series of video tutorials is designed for the brand new player to IL-2's Battle of Stalingrad. It's a very complex flight sim and there's a lot to learn. And to help you get there faster, check out my channel. I've got over 100 tutorials that will guide your progress. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch the other 6 videos in the Sea Dragons series. And if you feel you're ready to switch it up a little bit, you can move on to the next series, which is the Wind of Fury, and also the Lightning Strikes campaign. The aircraft systems are much more advanced, and so are some of the techniques that I show you, such as this side slip, while still emphasizing the mission planning and the target location and layout. So this is mission 7 for the IL-2. We have 4 IL-2s with bombs and rockets supported by 4 Yak fighters, heading north to attack a convoy. You are the flight leader, and there's heavy cloud cover above us at 2,400 meters. It's the same routing and the same waypoint as the previous mission. Heading 020 to get to the waypoint, then 300 degrees to the target. Egress is 110 and then turn 190. Maintain 1,000 meters there and back. The convoy itself will be moving along this road beside the railway track. You'll probably recognize the forest to the north of the river and the railway station. But if you can pick out these 3 towns, it's basically in the middle. Alright, let's roll. Remember that we keep the power back a bit to allow our guys to catch up. And once we're formed up, it's 12 and 2050 and lean the mixture back. The oil and water temperatures are too high. I neglected to open my radiators. So now I have to manage a problem I didn't need to have because I didn't set it on takeoff. Having to climb over this mountain range, we have no choice but to keep the power up on an already hot engine. Once we level off, we'll be able to bring the power back and increase the airspeed, which will increase the airflow and cool us down. With this distraction, I failed to navigate. I see a town with an airfield behind it. Where's that? There's only one place it can be. Krimskaya, we've gone too far. So looking for the river, the road, the railway station, and the towns to the south. Well, that's embarrassing, so let's turn back. And now we get parallel to the road to look for the convoy. Notice I'm not flying over the top of the road or we wouldn't be able to see anything. Now there's the convoy on the bend, a half dozen vehicles. Rolling in to take a look. If there's AAA fire, I'm going to pull up and go around. And if there isn't, I plan to drop my bombs. No AAA, I'm committed to drop. Drop your bombs along the length of the convoy like this. Dropping bombs on moving targets is really difficult. As you'll see in a few minutes, there's a reason the Germans called it the flying tank or the concrete aeroplane. It took a licking and can keep on ticking. This mission is not about showing you how good I can do it, but having you understand the concepts that lead to failure or lead to positive results. The front of a tank is heavily armored, and you're better off with a rocket hitting it from the side or from behind. Don't waste rockets on multiple targets like this. I'm fixated on the tank, I'm not paying attention to the trees. And I almost end up losing the aircraft. Let's look at some ground attack considerations. Not only can trees kill you, but they interfere with your line of sight to the target. With the trees in the way, I can't get my nose down low enough to fire. So a better choice is to choose an attack run where there are no trees in front of the target or after the target. My damaged control surfaces don't allow me to pull in as tightly as I need to. but I don't have to worry about trees. Coming in high over these trees is not a problem, but what's on the other side? I've lined up the gap in the trees behind my target. And because I don't have to pull up early to get over the trees, I can stay on target longer. The positive result. The ideal way to hit a tank is from the rear quarter. This presents the largest surface area as a target. Instead of trying to damage several vehicles, try to destroy one with multiple passes if necessary. After egressing, I'm attacked by a fighter. My gunner responds and both miss. I take a few pot shots at him as he climbs away. So much for the fighter, but the very real concern is actually getting this aircraft home. Not only is it seriously damaged, but look at the temperatures. I maintained a high power setting all the way through my attacks at low speed, so there was no cooling. And I still have to climb high enough to get over those mountains. So I'm going to level off here, bring the power back, and let it cool down a bit, and then climb up again. Over the first crest, I head towards the saddle. It's downhill from here, and I can afford to bring my power back to keep the engine cooler. RPM and manifold reduced. Look at the temperatures. So we've learned how to manage our engine, but now the real problem is how do we get this puppy on the ground? We know what flight controls are working, but we don't know what's not working. Instantly, as the flaps come down, I can tell she wants to roll to the left because half the left-hand flap is missing. Remember, there's no aileron on the left side either to give lift. And I only have half an elevator to give me pitch control. To reduce the tendency to roll to the left, I'll keep the right wing down slightly and maintain power to keep the airspeed all the way down to the ground. And there you go, another successful mission. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you'll join me for mission 8 in the series.
As always, if you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like it or subscribe. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment.